Here's Cale Yarborough now on the outside, Darrell. He had some problems during the running of the event.
Yeah, you know, Cale's won a lot of short track races, but he's not going to win this one today.
Here's another shot from the rail cam. Big accident coming up. Look out. In trouble. Jimmy Hensley out of Ridgeway, Virginia, and Derrick Cope out of Tacoma, Washington. Cope in the 07. A lot of damage to the car.
Yeah, that's a problem you have on these short tracks. They do run out of room, and then, Richard Petty just run over something on the racetrack, cut down a tire. Not a lot of racing room, and sometimes, you know, somebody gets forced into the guardrail, and that's what happened there.
What happened to Derrick Cope about 100 miles into the Atlanta 500. And there he is down on the apron, Sam.
All right, you see him. It's pretty clear at this point he is completely out of control, headed for the wall. We did not see what triggered his accident. Now he's headed probably still at 20 or 30 miles an hour at least. But such is the construction of these cars that they can take a hit like that, absorbing, as I think you saw it do, the impact.
You started in 21st, and in replay, again, let's see what happened. It's in the back. He's in the fence. Nose first. He also took the tail off it. So the Jim Testa car gets disheveled in no uncertain terms. We have a little problem here. That is the bumper of Derrick Cope's car. As you can see, it is not on Derrick Cope's car. It is stuck in the barrier fence here, and they must remove it before we can get back underway.
See if we can determine where and when it happened. We see two cars that are up into the wall at this point.
That's the car number 10 of Derrick Cope.
That's Kyle Petty sliding on the bottom of the racetrack, and up high must be...
that's Pearson up against the wall on the outside. We see Richard Petty spinning on the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like Rick Wilson coming through.
Here's another angle. Michael
Waltrip into the wall, and he comes back into the Pearson car, and there's where Pearson hit the car's wall so hard, and you can see fire at that point also coming out of the car.
That was definitely the best angle of that crash.
I guess that's Kyle Petty that's spinning, the front car that's spinning.
Well, they'll find a way. Yeah, they'll do a little rooting and banging out there, but they will find a way. It'll be exciting for the fans. But yesterday in practice, when there was no money at stake, a couple of drivers had some major problems here. Derrick Cope got on his roof going into turn 10, and Brett Bodine lost his car and backed up on the bank, had to get a wreck right here to pull it off. So, you know, what is going to happen when they're running for the money?
And pit stops, they're going to be a premium.
So he takes the lead away. Big crash on the front stretch. Derrick Cope makes hard impact with the wall coming off of corner number 4, and
so did Bill Elliott. Made some hard contact with something. I think it was the back of Cope's car.
Anyway, Cope's car is on the inside down by pit wall, just past the start-finish line. And the guy who won the Daytona 500 a year ago and had to take a provisional to get into this race has suffered severe damage on the right side of the race car.
I thought I saw Derrick Cope get out. Here you go, buddy. Here they come down forward. Dollenbach.
Dollenbach running in the wall. Look at this impact. Oh, man.
Dollenbach hit the wall. There's nowhere to go, and Cope hit him and just turned him straight in the inside wall. It's not over yet. They're fixing to come in here again pretty hard.
A hard shot.
That cameraman's got my vote. He stood there and took that picture. I'd have been somewhere in the middle of the infield.
Well, let's see right here. He's pretty well. There's a group of cars coming up off the corner right here.
There he is.
Ooh. Looks like he got loose.
Like
Schrader
might have just. You really can't
look
tell.
At Gant.
I'd rather say nothing than guess wrong, but it looked like Schrader might have got in the left rear corner. There's the trouble.
Yeah, Gant did a good job of missing on that deal.
Boy, he hit the inside wall hard on the left front there.
Almost the same play that we saw with Darrell Waltrip at the first of the race. This is later after he's already got turned around.
Dover has not been kind to Derrick Cope. He won a second Winston Cup race here, but this is the 5th time in the last 6 Dover races that he's been in the fence.
Here it is again from Derrick's in-car camera.
There we see Jeff Bodine is able to get alongside Krebs. This is going down towards turn 4. Now, Cope is going to try to make the pass as well, but I think Krebs doesn't realize he's there. They make contact, and which turns both cars straight. Man, oh man, what's that car flipping?
Yeah, it flipped high into the air, rolled over in the air, and then when it landed, it was on its wheels. Here it is from another angle. Ted Musgrave's in-car camera, actually the whole camera.
Let's take a look again at Derrick Cope's deal, buddy. It almost looks from one angle that there was a flash of flame before he even broke loose. Watch here as he climbed the banking.
Well, you're going into turn 3 here. You can see just up ahead there. You'll see him
right there,
fan out. Yeah, there is definitely fire there. I think what he did is a tire went away on him, and he went up like that and knocked the fitting off the fuel pump. It started that fire.
Yeah, but he had a problem before.
And also, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When the tire blew out going in the corner, that made him go up the hill.
We've seen that a few times today. One more look. There he is. Tags the wall now. Flames become far more evident at this point. Field now getting the 1 to go signal, so we are 1 lap away from going green at lap 475.
Ted Musgrave goes down to the inside. Here's a slow-mo, and Derrick Cope is by himself. Wonder, we have no idea what caused the crash. Evidently a flat, I would guess a flat tire or something. Ever see Michael Waltrip? Boom! Elliott is still going around. Ted Musgrave comes into the crash. There's also Bobby Hamilton going down. I don't know that Musgrave and Hamilton hit anything. They will have to pit for tires, but I don't think they have any sheet metal damage.
We get into 2 cars that were very seriously damaged. Derrick Cope and Michael Waltrip, both drivers are okay. Cope is out of his car, and of course Michael did drive his car back to the pit area.
See Mark Martin, as you talked about, leaving the pits, and yes, Cope goes in the corner, goes around and smacks the wall with the left side. And that's hitting that wall at probably 175 miles per hour. Riding along with Derrick Cope. Let's just listen how much impact we hear. Oh, tire bleed. What'd you say? You heard the tire blow.
Yep.
Without any kind of warning.
Wow. Here it is again. It's going into turn 3.
And yes, there was a little bit of contact. The one car hitting the 30 car, and around Cope goes hard into the wall, and apparently that cut the tire on Steve Hart's car. We'll watch it again here.
So it hurt both cars because the right front went down on Park, but the major damage was to the 30 car.
All right, let's give you a couple more angles on what happened with Jack Sprague and then Derrick Cope.
Well, and you can see he's already good, well, and sideways at that point. Look at, he's full on the throttle, and he doesn't even ever get the wall. Now he's looking where he wants to go. He's on full steering lock there, and look at that.
Whew. Wow. We never saw that before. Derrick gets all the way up on the side.
Derrick Cope lucky not to get over that wall. That was a huge hit for Derrick Cope.
And Derrick had nowhere to go.
Let's see if we can tell what happened. We kind of catch the end of it here on the replays. Top of your screen. Wow.
Just a vicious. It's like the accelerator hung, like he got down in the corner and he just never backed off.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Man, he's got the left front brake locked up, trying to get the car slowed down, and he will not slow down, just going straight ahead. And the car's still rolling. See, it's still not stopping because now he can't make it stop because he's lost all the breath. He doesn't have the strength to reach up and touch the brakes now, so the car's still rolling.
He's just holding on right now.
Yeah.
And caution flag out because Derrick Cope has had some problems and has come to rest up in turn 1. Just caught the end of it for the replay machines.
Well, something came loose or broke on that car way before he got to the corner.
And he was not in any hurry to get out of that car. As a matter of fact, he just now is getting out.
Skinner moves up higher. Mark Martin is going to try to block as they go down the backstretch. Look at Tom Bodine right out against the wall. Tom Bodine moved up. He made it into the top 10. He's running 3 wide.
Whoa, there they go.
There they go. Mike Wallace into the wall. And Derrick Cope gets almost upside down into the wall. The caution is going to come out. The checkered is going to fly. Take a look at this real time. Now they're coming down the backstretch.
They fan out. They're at least 5 wide right here. Mike Skinner's going to make some contact with Mike Wallace first. Oh, we broke the camera.
We'll have to get that fixed for tomorrow. That was just a bad set of circumstances, Rick. He was on the inside of another truck. The truck ahead of him let off. When he backed off, the truck on the outside of him, and he bumped. And there was nothing he could do. He was a victim of circumstances.
Going to get a good view. This is the Fastenal Dodge with Kenny Schrader. Watch that Hooters energy drink right in front of me. See him make contact.
Little brake check there.
Whoa, what a job by Ken Schrader.
Hold your line right there.
I love the spotters. Just a little brake check. Kenny's running 185 mile an hour, and a truck spinning in front of him, and the spotter's saying, it's no big deal, just a brake check, buddy.
Because they need to make a pit stop because they're inside their fuel window, and some of these other guys may be able to stay out.
Now, Andy, with all the cars in the lead lap, pit right now. Take a look at this act. Go down to the apron. And, man, that is your worst nightmare right there.
Got a little tap from behind by the 0-1 Curtis Davis, and that was all that was necessary for the Ford car. There was the tap in. Derrick Cope trying to hang on.
You could almost feel that one.
Well, Brad Tigg did a nice job to miss him and then not hit anything with his car.
The pace car is pulled down pit road here at the Bashas Supermarket 200. It is Kyle Busch again on the high side. And just what you had talked about in our pre-race, Rusty, a huge 4, 5, 6, 7 car pileup right on the front straightaway. And you said it at the beginning of the broadcast, this happens more times than we care to think about.
It always happens. I mean, you can pretty well count every race. They're going to get excited and they're going to crash about 50 miles an hour, Randy.
I don't know what it is. It's just a pattern at this racetrack. It just happens all the time.
All right, you see the damage on the 38 of Jason Leffler. There's the 73 also involved in this mess of Derrick Cope.
We're hurt bad.
And we're going to get a red flag situation here, and Trevor Bayne involved in this as well.
Let's take a look at this again, Mike. This is just huge. It starts with the 09 car right here on the inside. You can see that he's got a left rear tire down. He knows it. From a spotter standpoint of view right here, Mike, you would be saying go high, because you would assume that he's going to go down. Got the wheels locked down, so you think, well, he's going to stay down there. He's going to stay down, go high. But as you can see, he's starting to drift back up the racetrack. The 30 car, Strimmy just makes it by, but the 09, nowhere to go.
What a great job by Joe Nemechek. You saw Joe, he anticipated maybe that car going back up the track. He went low, cleared the 09 of Landon Castle, and look at the destruction and damage. Rear spring flying through the air.
Spring going right there.
All kinds of action. And
now Derrick Cope was trying to follow Strimmy through on the high side, saw the hole closing up, cut left, but could not get away from Castle.
He was committed.
Right.
The same thing, that opportunity. Got a caution. Trouble car on the wall, front straightaway. 55, Jamie Dick with hard contact. And the monster has claimed its first.
Correct.
Yeah, these straightaways, Alan, you were talking about them, how they got another 70 cars, got a tremendous amount of damage.
No, we've killed it. Nice tail's knocked off of it there.
These straightaways have a lot of banking to them. And once you get sideways on the exit of the corner, then it just feeds you down and you hit the inside wall, and most of the time it's pretty hard.
First caution out at the Monster Mile.
Take another look at what happened.
He just turned right to try to go on the outside line, and there was a 33 car, and he didn't know he was there, just turned right, turned himself into the wall.
Let's ride along the 42 of Brennan Poole. This becomes a 3-wide situation just behind the 70.
It's stacked up right there, and he goes to make a move.
Half back with you. Reckon, stay low, keep coming. Don't hit the apron, you're all right.
Nose damage. There's no damage to the car right here.
And it looks, I mean, yes, the right front tire is blown, but it looked like that came from the left side of that tire, or the left side of the car.
We wonder what happened. I bet.
Yeah, Derrike, I'm sure, is wondering
poor Derrike
what happened.
Baffled.
I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to guess happened there. I've never seen anything like that.
Outside wall coming down. Stay high, stay high. Watch you coming back up the racetrack. Just watch you. Keep coming. There you go. Nice work.
Austin did not expect 99 to Cope to come back up the hill that way. That was close.
Caution at the end of lap number 3. Spanaway Washington's Derrick Cope, the winner here in 1990. And who did he beat? Dale Earnhardt on the last lap. 62-year-old Cope is into the wall here on the 3rd lap in number 15.
Looks like maybe a tire went down. It just happened very slowly as he came into turn 3.
Yeah, you could see him moving to 3 wide and trying to navigate around him. I agree. I don't